Welcome back, grade 11s. Now let's look at our application questions. We have a scenario there. We'll first read the scenario and then we'll focus on the question. Jabulani Brick Manufacturers, JBM rather, Jabulani decided to resign from work and start his own brick manufacturing business. The management of JBM struggled to keep their expenses low. Some of JBM's bricks are similar to that of Joe's Construction. Now the question says, quote JBM's weaknesses from the scenario. Now we'll look at the weaknesses of JBM. Let us go back to the scenario. Jabulani decided to resign from work and start his own brick manufacturing business. So this is just information of what Jabulani did. And then let us move on to the next sentence. The management of JBM struggled to keep their expenses low. So this is a weakness. So we have identified the first weakness there. Now let us move on to the second sentence, the last sentence rather. Some of JBM's bricks are similar to that of Joe's Construction. So obviously that similar is a weakness because it's the same as the bricks of the competitor. So we would quote also that sentence as a weakness. Now let's look at the second question. Recommend areas of improvement for JBM's weaknesses quoted in the scenario. Now what we are going to do, we are going to recommend areas of improvement for the weaknesses that we have identified in the scenario for Jabulani's business. So for the first weakness, the area of improvement would be evaluate the benefit of increased sales against cost of marketing. Since they are struggling to keep their expenses low, the area of improvement would be to evaluate the benefit of increased sales against the cost of marketing. So obviously Jabulani would need to go back and check how much does it cost to market their products, and also check against the increased sales, if whether more money is being wasted on the advertising rather than on the money that is coming inside the business. Then for the second weakness, some of JBM's bricks are similar to that of Joe's Construction. So the area of improvement would be research and categorize competition rather, noting their strengths and weaknesses. So what Jabulani can do, Jabulani can research and categorize, know the weaknesses of his competitor, who is Joe, and also know the strengths. Obviously, he would turn Joe's weaknesses to become his strengths in order to make sure that he benefits from this business, benefits a lot of customers. Instead of customers going to buy to Joe, they would come and buy from him, because Joe will be having weaknesses which are turned from Jabulani's side to be his strength. Let's move on to the next question. Recommend 2 strategies that JBM can use to remain profitable and sustainable in the market. Thorough planning. Thorough planning will ensure the business is not damaging the environment. So obviously JBM's construction or business should make sure that they do a thorough planning. So obviously if they have a plan, they are going to operate from the plan that they have decided to do in a business, and they will not deviate from the plan. And from that plan, they would make sure that they do not harm the environment, but they keep the environment to the state that it has to be in. They would take care of the people, they would take care, including their employees, including their customers, if they have a thorough planning. Being ethical and taking care of the environment, considering the triple bottom line by managing profit, planet, and people. So obviously Jabulani's brick manufacturing company would ensure that they are ethical, they are operating, making sure that They consider the triple bottom line. They consider the people, making sure that they do not exploit the people in order for them to make a profit. They would make sure that they do not make profit at the expense of other people. They would make sure that they take care of the environment through preserving the natural resources so that the natural resources cannot be exhausted. Now, let us go for a quick ad break and we will be back.